Bermuda Broadcasting Company is pleased to present the 2018 FIFA World Cup from Russia, June 14th to July 15th. This will mark the 21st FIFA World Cup, featuring 32 national teams, covering 64 matches, played in 12 venues located in 11 cities. The final will be held July 15th in Moscow. Be a part of the history. You don't want to miss FIFA World Cup 2018.
Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, hot price, $3.99. Fresh certified Angus beef, top sirloin steak, just $9.49 per pound. Libby's Vienna sausages, original or chicken, 4.6-ounce tin, only 69 cents. ShopRite beans, 15-ounce tin, hot price, only 99 cents. Old-time butter sliced bread, 24-ounce loaf, hot price, $4.59. All stores open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, March the 20th. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. Rampant speculation as to what caused the death of 19-year-old Mark Dombrowski after a post on social media has been making the rounds. The post is said to have been made by someone closely associated to the rugby standout who was visiting the island for a weekend tournament. Gary Moreno has a story.
It started on social media, then spread to print, before hitting the airwaves.
Superintendent Sean Field Lament revealed that police are awaiting the arrival of a forensic pathologist to assist in determining just what happened to the young man. This, as the senior officer provided an update on the investigation.
Here's what we can confirm. At 1:30 a.m. on Sunday the 18th of March, CCTV images show Mark walking alone along Alexander Road in Devonshire, which is immediately south to where his body was found. At this juncture, we are reviewing CCTV in the neighborhood to verify if there was any other activity.
Mr. Lament also moved to dispel the rumors surrounding Mr. Dombrowski's passing.
His body was found near the base of a significant drop at Fort Prospect. His wallet and cell phone were found with him intact. Contrary to recent speculative social media posts, Mark's body was not bound or tied up. We await the forensic pathologist's independent official report to speak to the nature of his injuries.
The area behind me is where it's thought Mr. Dombrowski would have met his untimely passing, over an embankment that's some 60 to 80 feet down to the ground below.
Those rumors fanned by a screenshot of a conversation thought to have been posted by someone closely related to Mr. Dombrowski. Mr. Field Lament addressed that matter.
We are aware of an emotional message that went out that has been taken out of context, and one has to put it in the context of dealing with a very emotive, traumatic experience, and sometimes things are said that are not based on facts.
We asked the officer whether the fact that Mr. Dombrowski's wallet and cell phone were found on his body meant that foul play was now ruled out.
We have an open mind. Nothing has been ruled out. We work on facts, and we're waiting for the forensic pathologist, which is the highest level of pathology that we can get, to give us some insight on the injuries that Mark has.
Elsewhere, the superintendent confirmed that members of the FBI are set to arrive on island in connection with the investigation.
I can say that that we had liaison with the FBI very early on, certainly on Sunday, and that was, they reached out to us, and that's part of the protocols that we have in place with U.S. citizens.
CCTV footage showed Mr. Dombrowski making his way along Front Street, then again near the U.S. consulate, and finally in the Alexandra Road area. If you know something, say something.
Meanwhile, a forensic pathologist is expected to arrive on island tomorrow to carry out the autopsy to determine the death of the 19-year-old rugby standout who was so well loved by friends and family. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
This story has not only gripped the island, but it's also grabbed the attention of the international media. Tony Waterman takes a look at the overseas coverage of this story.
It started on social media, then spread to print, before hitting the airwaves.
Morning. It's been more than 24 hours since anyone has seen or heard from 19-year-old Mark Dombrowski.
Developing right now, police in Bermuda just announcing that a missing American college student has been found dead.
No cause of death being released here, but he was in Bermuda for a rugby tournament.
Police in Bermuda are not ruling out foul play in the mysterious death of an American college student.
News of the death of 19-year-old American college student Mark Dombrowski quickly made its way across the Atlantic and across the continental United States. The loss most acutely felt in Pennsylvania, where Dombrowski was raised and went to school.
Story out of Bermuda with ties to Philadelphia. A school trip to the island territory has ended in tragedy.
A church service had already been scheduled for Mark Dombrowski here earlier tonight in media for the missing college student.
Just an awful day for so many folks out here. Right now we're on the campus of St. Joseph's University. Definitely a day of mourning.
Dombrowski was a freshman at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia, where he played on the rugby team. He and his teammates had traveled to Bermuda for a rugby tournament. In a statement, the school said the community was heartbroken.
Students hope to learn more. They're also waking up this morning emotional.
It's a tough time. Heartache on the campus of St. Joe's tonight. Friends were overwhelmed with emotion.
I had to leave class. I can't focus or anything. It's a lot. You don't think about things like this happening to people that you know.
It's still unclear exactly how Mark Dombrowski died. For the community of Philadelphia, that's perhaps besides the point. His loss will be felt long after this story fades from the headlines. Tony Waterman for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
In other news, Bermuda Broadcasting ran a story last night about an altercation that took place on Front Street in the early hours of Sunday, and we would like to reiterate that it took place outside the Cosmopolitan nightclub and not inside. The club was in fact closed at the time. Well, stay with us. We'll have more news for you after this short break.
Hey Smokey, let's get lunch from the Marketplace Food Court.
You know what? That sounds good.
They have oxtails, pumpkin, curried lamb, lemon chicken, sweet and sour ribs, vegetable stir fry, and the variety goes on.
Their chefs are good. They'll set you right up with all the good carvings.
And don't forget the special dishes from the islands.
It don't matter. No matter what you feel like eating, Marketplace will have it.
You know, it's quick, it's quality, and at prices you can count on.
Visit us 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner made for you daily at the Hamilton Marketplace Food Court.
Bermuda's only fiber to the home network is here, thanks to Digicel. But what does this mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. This means you'll get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway. You can be one of the first to enjoy it. Call us on 505,000.
Are you looking to expand your customer base, increase sales, and be a part of the island community events for 2018? Bermuda Broadcasting Company can make that happen.
Be a part of World Cup 2018, Bermuda Day Half Marathon, Bermuda Heroes Weekend, Cup Match Classic, and Eastern Counties Cricket.
Inquire about our new advertising opportunities, whether big or small. We will deliver. Come and see us at Fort Hill, Devonshire, or email us at sales@bbc.pm or send us a message on Facebook at Bermuda Broadcasting.
Welcome back. The opposition One Bermuda Alliance has accused Premier David Byrd of misleading the public following the ruling party's call for a criminal investigation into the alleged conduct of Trevor Manas, the former Attorney General. The PLP accuses the opposition MP of breaching the law when he launched a controversial lawsuit against the U.S.-based Leahy Clinic, which implicated former Premier Dr. Ewart Brown. Here's Terai Trott with our story.
The idea that I would have shredded documents in my own files is just ridiculous.
The PLP's call follows heated statement from PLP MPs Friday night in response to Trevor Manas' personal explanation on the floor of the House of Assembly. It is Alaska Hall's view that the opposition MP's personal explanation was lacking. One of the accusations against him is that he allegedly ordered the shredding of certain documents in relation to the lawsuit, something he vigorously denies.
Let me categorically state that this is false. No documents of any value were shredded during my time as Attorney General, either by me or at my direction. I have no idea why anyone would allege that I was shredding documents in a case which I was supporting. Relevant files were forwarded to Cooley LLP for storage on behalf of the government of Bermuda.
A further claim against Mr. Moniz was that the civil action violated the crucial mutual legal assistance treaty established between Bermuda and the United States.
This is false. There never was any breach of the treaty. The U.S. Department of Justice did write to us on the 15th of February 2017. However, let me be clear. When I was Attorney General, neither I nor any lawyer on behalf of the governor of Bermuda used material from a criminal investigation to support the proceedings.
If he did not obtain personal information from a criminal investigation in the Leahy civil suit, which also made claims against former Premier Dr. Ewart Brown, where did he obtain the information from? For the PLP, it's the main question which they say was left unanswered in the personal explanation. In a statement over the weekend calling for a police inquiry, a PLP spokesperson charges Mr. Moniz failed to answer legitimate questions that have been raised surrounding how the former AG came into possession of information, including individuals' private financial details that could only legally be obtained for a civil case by court order. The ruling party accuses Mr. Moniz of breaching the Proceeds of Crime Act, which demands the AG to obtain a court order to gain access to certain government data concerning civil proceedings. Mr. Moniz, however, denies this. Hitting back hard against the PLP stance, a spokesperson for the One Bermuda Alliance telling us David Burt and the PLP have misled the people of Bermuda. They continue to make false claims against the former AG. Instead of focusing on tackling corruption, the PLP would rather deflect and misinform the public. The opposition adds that just 2 weeks ago, the Premier referred to a confidential U.S. Department of Justice email that was, quote, illegally obtained by PLP members last year. They accuse Mr. Burt of selectively quoting from the email to mislead the people with what they call a fake controversy about our treaty relationship with the USA. The OBA states the alleged action was dangerous, and they charge the Premier should have been aware that the matter was swiftly resolved by the AG chambers. They go on to state, in so doing, he has jeopardized Bermuda's law enforcement relationship with the USA. Tarai Trott reporting for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Meantime, the government will soon table legislation allowing Bermuda to take the first steps to establish the island as a center for blockchain cryptocurrency. You may be wondering what blockchain is. Well, put simply, transactions made in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are recorded chronologically and publicly in a digital register referred to as a blockchain. Wayne Keynes, the Minister for National Security, recently returned from a crucial overseas summit on the subject. He believes Bermuda's reputation as a well-regulated territory can help it gain a place among the leaders in the industry.
Most recently, we were in Santa Monica at the Montgomery Summit. The Montgomery Summit is an opportunity for venture capitalists from all over the world to get into space. This year, they were focusing on blockchain and cryptocurrencies, which we like to call fintech. We believe that now that Bermuda is getting into this space proper and we're looking at the legal and regulatory elements around it, just for us to tell the world that Bermuda is indeed in this space and to extol the virtues of doing business in Bermuda. Gary, you understand that we have an awesome reputation in reinsurance, and people come to us for the regulatory, the reasons that we are heavily regulatory or properly regulated, and it is a thriving business community. What we wanted to do is meet different entities and tell them about their companies coming to Bermuda. As a result of the meeting in California, we're having 2 more teams come to Bermuda on Monday coming, and they want to learn more about domiciling their companies in Bermuda. In the not too distant future, we will be tabling ICO legislation that will soon allow us to conduct initial coin offerings in Bermuda. And so this is an evolving space. We have a legal and regulatory team, and we have a business development team, and both of these teams are working feverishly in this space with our industry stakeholders and industry partners to bring fintech businesses to Bermuda.
The digital payment industry is rapidly expanding with new digital currencies emerging all the time. We'll have the weather coming up shortly after the break. Stay tuned for the latest AccuWeather forecast.
All my life is changing every day, in every possible way. And then I open up and see the person falling here is me. 'Cause you're a dream to me.
Made with care, handled with care, delivered with care. That's what dreams are made of.
Are you looking to expand your customer base, increase sales, and be a part of the Island Community Events for 2018? Bermuda Broadcasting Company can make that happen.
Be a part of World Cup 2018, Bermuda Day Half Marathon, Bermuda Heroes Weekend, Cup Match Classic, and Eastern Counties Cricket.
Inquire about our new advertising opportunities, whether big or small. We will deliver. Come and see us at Fort Hill, Devonshire, or email us at sales@bbc.bm or send us a message on Facebook at Bermuda Broadcasting.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This AccuWeather forecast here on ZBM is brought to you by our friends at the BF&M Insurance Group. We do have a disturbance, fairly large one, on the map off to the west. It's really becoming a nor'easter, as they call them in the United States, a snow producer for some of the big cities in eastern North America. It will also impact us. Now, the preliminary batch of showers is generally going to barely miss us. There are some reports of thunder and some lightning off to the north with these first few showers that will generally stay away, but eventually this system will deposit some showers in our area, and the tail of this front is going to be right over our heads into Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. Currently, though, 68 degrees. Winds are active from the south-southeast. Water temp around 64. Humidity is up around 71%. And on the inside, we have waves around 2 feet. The outside waters are becoming a bit more agitated, 5 to 8 feet and rising. So again, there are a few showers and even thunderstorms not terribly far away, but we expect most of them to pull away to the north. And after some clouds, maybe a sprinkle or two in a few spots early on, we expect to have a quieter time late tonight. The small craft warning that's currently in effect is going to be replaced by an escalated to a gale warning as those seas and wave heights increase with this system pushing in from the west. Low tide not long ago. High tide coming up at 11:34 tonight. And then we have another low tide early tomorrow morning. High tide right around midday for the Wednesday crowd. So it'll be a windy day tomorrow. We'll go partly sunny in the morning. Clouds will increase. The wind will pick up as well. Temperatures will rise all the way up to 73. And then showers will roll in tomorrow night. Here you can see this evening we have a strengthening area of low pressure off the east coast of the U.S. There's another disturbance is going to feed into that and really cause things to strengthen into Wednesday, as you can see. And here in Bermuda, we have winds from the south initially. They will be increasing, and then here comes the front late Wednesday. That's when the showers will approach, Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, and that front will eventually sweep through our area. The winds will pick up, and we'll be dealing with some troubling waters once again if you're trying to take that ocean kayaking trip. So in Toronto, we have clouds. New York, we're back into rain and snow. First complete day of spring. Spring started earlier today. Boston, snow there, accumulating snow as well. Into Atlanta, we're on the cool side. Then into Jamaica. Nice day in that part of the Caribbean, farther south into Barbados. Showers will be in that area as well. Trinidad and Tobago, scattered showers, a couple of thunderstorms possible in some parts of the southern and eastern Caribbean. So our extended forecast again, dry but windy tomorrow, and then rain rolls in. Showers Wednesday night. Thursday they're with us. Waves pick up. We're going to be really cool with the flow from the north. More showers into Saturday. 62 is all we can do. Back to you.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
You can count on us.
Red or white seedless grapes only $3.99 per pound. Fresh Purdue chicken thighs, only $1.79 per pound. Your choice of ShopRite vegetables, 14.5-ounce tin, hot price 99 cents. Scott toilet tissue, 4 rolls, only $4.99. Purex laundry detergent, 50-ounce bottle, only $4.79. All stores open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Are you looking to expand your customer base, increase sales, and be a part of the Island Community Events for 2018? Bermuda Broadcasting Company can make that happen.
Be a part of World Cup 2018, Bermuda Day Half Marathon, Bermuda Heroes Weekend, Cup Match Classic, and Eastern Counties Cricket.
Inquire about our new advertising opportunities, whether big or small. We will deliver. Come and see us at Fort Hill, Devonshire, or email us at sales@bbc.bm or send us a message on Facebook at Bermuda Broadcasting.
Welcome back. Last Friday saw a double tragedy with the deaths of two young men, Marvin Williams and Marco Salima, in a motorbike accident in Pembroke. They're the island's second and third traffic fatalities this year, the latest victims in the ongoing carnage on Bermuda's roads. But behind the stats are the human stories of the families left behind. Our correspondent Jasmine Patterson went to meet the mother of 29-year-old Marvin Williams. She began by asking Mrs. Williams what her son was like.
I had him from a young age of 5 months, going on 11 months. And then when he was 3 years old, I adopted him. Marvin was the joy of our family. And in the community, he was known by all as Marvin, the funny boy. Everybody loved him, including his job, Boris and Lipens, Wines and Spirits on Serpentine Road. That's the two jobs that he worked.
The former Barclay Institute student showed great talent in sport and loved to travel often.
He was very active in sports. If you look at my house, you can take a picture of it. All his trophies and medals and everything. He done a lot of traveling. And including the night he was killed, he was supposed to fly out the next day to go to Vegas. He loved Vegas.
The special bond she shared with her son was so close, there was even signs of worry the night of the fatal accident that took place near their home in Prospect.
How many children get up every morning and when they're leaving to go to work, will kiss their mama on the forehead and say, "Mommy, have a nice day." That's the type of child he was. Or if you was sick, call him and say, "Mommy, are you all right? You want anything? You sure?" When I worked, he would come on my job and he would toot the horn and come outside and say, "Mommy, here, $20 or whatever, go get your lunch." I say, "Mama, I don't need the money, I have money." But I couldn't tell him no because he would be angry. He was a loving child, you know. And that night that he left home to go to his friend, I jumped out of my bed and I said, "Where you going?" He says, "I'm going to my friend's house for a while around my job and I'm coming right back." And then I heard the ambulance and I said, "Oh no, that's my child." I knew it. And then I had a bad feeling.
Police have launched a fresh appeal for witnesses to the collision to come forward. And it is the hope that some answers as to what happened will bring comfort to the two families.
Until I find out the truth, I can't say nothing because I don't know. All I know, he was on his way home. I do know that from his friend. He had just left one of his friends' house and he was on his way home.
Marvin Williams was never able to reveal the surprise he told his mother about a week before he passed away.
My son was on his way of buying me a home. He wanted me to be close by him. And that was my surprise. And he told me last week, "I have a surprise for you, Mommy. I'm not going to tell you." But it was a home.
Mrs. Smith thanked all the friends and family for their support during this time and says Marvin will be dearly missed.
My house every day, they cook for me, they bring food. If you go inside of my country right now, it's full of food. I haven't had to cook no food. They're coming together to help with the funeral. And that's what I call unity. The Lord has blessed me with something special. And his friends are sharing me that. So he's going to be a great miss in this household.
The funeral will take place at the Church of God on Friday at 2 p.m., where there is expected to be gumbays and a special tribute paid by his former school.
I couldn't ask for better friends of Marvin. Marvin will be missed by all, but greatly by me, my love of my life. I call him a love bird. That's my love bird.
And she shared one last message for families. Life is too short.
But I say to all families out there, love your children. Children, love your mother and your father. If they have something to tell you to make you understand, listen. We are just there to guide you and protect you.
Jasmine Patterson reporting for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Turning to sports, the Commonwealth Games squash draw revealed the Barclay Institute captures the School Sports Federation Senior Track and Field Championship, and Tyler Smith and her Jackson State University women's tennis teammates go down. Earl Baisden has all the details and more in tonight's Sports Report.
Squash is celebrating its sixth appearance in the Commonwealth Games since making its debut in 1998 in Malaysia. The men's and women's singles championships will take place from April 5th through to the 9th. Bermuda's Micah Franklin, with a world ranking of 195th, will face off against James Fair from Sierra Leone in his first round. The Barclay Institute won the 2018 Bermuda School Sports Federation Senior School Track and Field meet with a slim 10-point win over Saltus Grammar School. The Barclay Institute used a strong relay performance to edge past Saltus with 541.5 points. Saltus finished second with 531.5 points, while Cedarbridge Academy finished third with 529 points. Two rackets fell in the 400-meter event. Firstly, Taylor Hines shattered the under-16 girls 400-meter record with a time of 57.42. The Bermuda High School student broke Gina Smith, now Gina Evans's 1979 record time of 59.10. Barclay Institute's Clavante Lodge then broke the under-16 boys record in the very next race. Lodge finished with a time of 50.93, beating the previous record held by Ryan Furbett for the past 10 years. Tyler Smith and her Jackson State University women's tennis teammates continued looking for next month's SWAC Tennis Championship positional seeding. They would, however, fall 4-2 to Alabama A&M. Playing in the number one singles spot, Smith and her opponent, Virag Hollis, were deadlocked at a set each when the match came to an end. Hollis won the first set 7-5, but Smith would level the match at 1-1, and she won the second set 6-1. Alabama A&M would get the all-important fourth point to end the match before the pair could end their game. A total of 265 points were scored in a Bermuda Basketball Winter League sponsored by One doubleheader last evening. Game 1 saw the Smith Court Kings defeat the Pembroke Skyforce 64-62. The Smith Court Kings were led by Jericho Tucker, who scored 28 points. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 block shots, while the Pembroke Skyforce got a game-high 31 points from Jarrell Smith. He also grabbed 4 rebounds to go along with 3 assists and 2 steals. In Game 2, the Paget Flyboys defeated the Somerset Tsunamis by a score of 72-67. A total of 37 archers competed in the Bermuda School and Club Team Term 2. The archers for this league attend Delwood Middle School, BHS, St. George's Prep, Saltus, Warwick Academy, and Home School. High scores for Term 2 were in the Bare Bow over 12 division. Dominic Avery had 415 points. Ethan Von Hassel had 557 points in the Bare Bow 11 and under division. The Compound Bow 11 and under division was won by Liam Davis with 438 points. Marvin Brangman, riding Quebeto Choir Girl, won the Alabama Yellowhammer Pioneer Endurance Ride. Brangman won the 30-mile Endurance Ride division. The Bermuda Netball Association's Winter League season is drawing to a close soon at Bernard Park, with all 3 divisions seeing action on Saturday. In the under-12 division, the Warriors defeated the Norfolk Lady Rams White 5-4. In the other match, the Norfolk Lady Rams Red defeated the Phoenix Sparks 28-5. The under-16 division saw the Phoenix Fire defeat the Warriors 35-6. The Storm defeated the Norfolk Lady Rams 29-14. Sing division saw 3 matches played, with the Phoenix Heat defeating the Tigers 50-37. Norfolk Lady Rams White defeated the Blazing Phoenix 42-28. Robin Hood defeated the Norfolk Lady Rams Red 23-17. The J105 winter season continued in the Great Sound with the J105 Indian Harbor Bull Sailing Regatta. Peter Brumby at the helm of Air Force won all 3 races on the day. John Corliss Sailing Mayhem was second with 6 points, and James McDonald skippered Passion to 3 third-place finishes to finish third on the day. Jillian Teixeira and Tyler Lopes concluded competing in the CSI 2 International Horse Jumping event in Belgium. The best performance for the pair came on the first day, when Teixeira came away with 2 wins. Teixeira and Amarula won the 1.30 meter CSI 2 Table A against the clock class with a clear round time of 58.06. Teixeira and Chakova finished 27th with a time of 62.22, but they had 4 penalty fault points, with Lopes and Escalada finishing 28th, clocking 63.31, but they had 4 penalty fault points. Teixeira would also win the 1.20 meter CSI 1 Table A in 2 phases class, riding Iluna. They clocked a double clear round time of 22.95. I'm Earl Baston with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thanks, Earl. And now some good news for seniors and children under 15. They'll get free entry throughout the 3 days of this year's agricultural exhibition. The event will take place at the Botanical Gardens from April 19th to the 21st. Organizers say the show will include livestock like pigs, chickens, and goats, with competitions for best flowers, vegetables. They also promised music by local youngsters at the entertainment tent. A spokesman for exhibition sponsor Axis said he expects large crowds at the show, as there always are. That's our news. newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Have a nice evening, everyone. Good night.